Hello everyone, my name is Lamzes, and this is another episode of Beginner's Guide to World of Warships in 2024. In today's episode, I will be talking about top 5 mistakes beginners and actually all players do in the game of World of Warships. But first, of course, big thanks to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys very much for supporting this channel, it means a lot to me. To everyone else who's watching this video and are not subscribers yet, please consider leaving a like and comment down below and maybe even subscribing if you find this video interesting or helpful, or if you want to do something nice for a random old guy on the internet. Just subscribe. Whatever reason, I will accept it and will be very grateful. Okay, let's go back to the topic of this video, that is 5 mistakes the beginners and all other players do to some degree. I could easily put the short list on the screen and do a short video and put it on a TikTok or YouTube, and that will help no one because it's easy to point out mistakes, but I will try in this video to give you some context, explain why and how you make these mistakes, and maybe give you some suggestions about how to fix them, what to do to reduce or avoid them completely. So without further ado, mistake number 5 is tunnel vision. It's very prevalent in beginners, but even experienced players and even the best ones do them from time to time. What I mean by tunnel vision, it's not zoom in and focus on one target, but it's focusing on one thing and fixating on it without noticing other things happening on the map in the game. For example, beginners DD in the start of a battle just rushing straight into the cap and smoking when they reach the cap. This is tunnel vision, because you don't do your role, you don't provide any information for your team, and you are just focusing on one single thing, that is taking the cap. Example for cruisers is when you shoot a battleship and you set him on fire and he's on half HP, you still shooting him without noticing, for example, spotted DDs and not changing the target and stuff like this. For BBs, the easiest tunnel vision example is just zooming in and staying zoomed in and focusing one target. But there are other things you can do. For example, over chasing. When you are winning your flank and you just completely ignore the fact that your other flank is collapsing and you're just chasing this one ship that is running away from you. This is tunnel vision. There are only 2 advices I can give you to help you get rid of tunnel vision. The first one is after every salvo in a battleship or a cruiser, just try to look at the minimap and assess your situation. And the second advice is every time you do something, whatever class ship you are in, just ask yourself a question: can I do something else that I'm doing right at the moment that will be more beneficial to my team's victory? If there is an actual answer that you can do something else that you are doing this moment, just switch and do this thing that is more beneficial to your team's victory. I know these advices are very broad, but this game is so complicated, there are so many factors that I cannot give you a strict answer. Okay, let's talk about top mistake number 4, which is no patience. It can be simple thing like shooting a second too early before enemy ship shows you a broadside, and then when he's actually showing you a broadside, you are on 10-second or 30-second reload cycle. So that just cost you a lot of damage. You could do a few citadels to this target, but you didn't wait this 1 or 2 or 3 seconds and you just shoot prematurely. But it could be as well, for example, a DD sailing into a cap too early without knowing if on his flank there is a radar cruiser or other DD that it's stronger than him. So yes, it's not only about shooting, but about every single action you take without considering the consequences of your action. And again, like the tunnel vision example, everyone does this mistake to some degree, and there is no one advice I can give you to get rid of it, because it's very hard to be on point on time in this game. Everyone makes mistakes, everyone sometimes reveals his location too early, shoots too early, etc. etc. Only advice I can give you is to be aware that even if you have a 10-second reload, it doesn't mean you have to shoot every 10 seconds of the game. Sometimes you will have better results if you just wait for the great moment to shoot. And not shoot every single time you have someone in range. Okay, let's go to top mistake number 3, which is counting on other players to help you. Yes, admit it. I have to admit myself, I sometimes count on others to help me, and I demand and I feel entitled to help from others. But unfortunately, even if this game is team players game and multiplayer, you cannot count on others to help you. There are multiple reasons why they won't help you. Sometimes it's not even their fault, because sometimes they are in the position they cannot help you even if they want. Sometimes they try but they are too late, and sometimes you put yourself in the position that any help is just simply impossible. So the simple rule of thumb is don't count on anyone to help you, because they might be unwilling to help you, unable to help you, or in the wrong position or too late to help you. So the best course of action is just count on yourself, and if the help comes, be grateful. If it doesn't, just that's how it is. That's life. No one will help you. You are alone in this game. And most important of all, don't be mad if they don't help you. And sometimes it happens a lot. When you try to help someone, you will put yourself in danger and you will die, and then you are blaming the others that you tried to help them but they don't help you. No, that doesn't work like that. Every man for himself. You watch your skin and your ship, and the other players, they watch their ship. You can help them but by warning them or shooting, but sometimes it's just impossible, so don't worry about it. Okay, and we are at top mistake beginners do number 2, which is not planning ahead. And what I mean by not planning ahead, that planning your moves a minute to 5 minutes ahead starts at the beginning of a battle by pressing tab key and watching at your and enemy team. Yes, beginning of each battle you should start with assessing your situation, points of weakness and dangers to your ship and to your whole team. For example, if there is a CV, if there are submarines in enemy team and your team, how good and how many destroyers you have. They are gunboats or torpedo boats. Do you have or enemy has radar cruisers or battleships with overmatch? Yes, at the beginning of each battle, the first few minutes you do nothing except sailing to your set position, because there is no enemies in range or spotted enemies, and you use this time to identify all threats and all things that can impact your gameplay. So you need to be aware of this, and you need to make a plan what to do in which situations, and then you need to make contingency plans if in case your first plan will fail because of some additional informations you will get later. So yes, you need to plan ahead, and then you need to make plans inside the plans, and then contingency plans, and then change them when you get some additional information. Um, this is one of two things that separates beginners from more experienced and the best players in this game. Best players in this game, they have always a contingency plan in case something will went wrong, and they will be spotted or radared, or I don't know, their smoke will end. But beginners, they don't think about it. They just sail into the cup, smoke up, and then what? The smoke ends and they die because they don't have plan what to do next, or they sail from behind the island to finish enemy ship on 5k HP. They do it, but then what? They die with full HP because they are focused by 5 ships, because they didn't plan what to do, how to angle, and stuff like this. So this is one of two things that separates good players from beginners, and you need to start planning and make plans in every game, and with time you will get better in it, and you will get better as a player overall. There will be more about planning in future videos about separate classes of ships, destroyers, cruisers, and battleships, and what you should consider when you are making plans, what informations you should include, and stuff like this. But this is not the video about planning, but about top 5 mistakes. And here we are at top mistake number 1 that everyone does to some degree, but the beginners are especially prevalent in making it. And this mistake is dying too fast. Yes, you may not agree, but this is my opinion. This statistic, how many battles you survived and how long you survived in each battle, is the one thing that separates the most beginners and the great players. Every single account, you can check some stats websites, every single account with win rate around 40-45% has abysmal survival rate. These people who just lose every single battle, they lose because they die very fast and almost in every single battle. And to opposite side of this equation, every single great player with 60, 65 or 70% win rate, they survive a lot of battles. Around, I think it exceeds 40%, but in some cases it's like 60 or 70% survival rate. And even if they die after a long battle for their life. They don't surrender, they don't die immediately, they just fight tooth and nails to survive and do as much as possible in every single battle. So this is the one mistake that everyone does to some degree, but the beginners are just awful in it. And if you have like one statistic to improve, this is the one statistic you should work first. Simply because if you are able to improve this one statistic, it automatically goes into all other statistics you have. So damage goes higher, XP goes higher, gold earned goes higher, because you live longer and you can do more. That's so simple. If you don't agree with me, write in comments your top 5 mistakes. If you agree with me, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Okay, that's top 5 mistakes beginners do for you. The next video will be about how damage works. Thanks for watching, and of course, see you in the next one.